Facebook has announced that it's going to do video chat. Google Plus has announced that it's going to do video chat. There is absolutely no point in doing video chat. There is one point, obviously, which was done a long time ago, and that's really not the sort of thing that should be done in polite companies such as Facebook, Microsoft, Skype, and similar. Certainly not Google. We don't want Google to display such venereal diseases as video chat. Nobody wants to be on video chat. Nobody wants to be on the phone and to be seen. It's crazy. There's only, as I say, one reason to do that, and really, this is not the time or the place to discuss that or illuminate that in any way. Certainly not to provide any documentary evidence of such activities taking place. What people want, in this situation, is to have you there. You're there. You're not going to talk back to me, and we're happy with that arrangement. Everybody wants secrets when they're on the phone. They don't want to be looked at. In the words of Gregory House, everybody lies. So scrub that idea. Don't spend millions, billions developing it. It's crazy. Nobody wants to be open. And in other news, we got the shuttle launch, the final shuttle launch coming out. I was waiting throughout my entire childhood. 90% of my childhood, I think, was spent sitting on a wooden chair waiting for the shuttle to get out of development hell and to launch into space. What they laughingly referred to as space. Obviously, about my brother, and slightly older brother's generation, space was something that you reached at least on the way to the moon. Nowadays, space is basically a plane, quite a long way up. I was waiting for the shuttle launch throughout my childhood. Eventually it happened, and now it's going to be grounded. It makes me sad. So basically, the Chinese want to go to the moon. I think they should hurry up and actually go there. I don't care who gets to the moon, just somebody needs to do it. And giant hogweed. Giant hogweed is intimately related to that. Throughout the 1970s, I was terrified of giant hogweed. It was all over the place. It was basically triffids, except they made blisters around your lips if you used them as blowpipes and pretended to be some kind of what we referred to as the time as jungle people, but that's possibly not the correct term nowadays. It's taking, and I do hear that Rupert Murdoch is developing a form of giant hogweed that is genetically engineered in order to intercept mobile phone signals and spy on people's voicemail. So it's kind of an ecological way of spying on people, which is very green and very good. And I think it's really going to push up the share prices. It's really good. And on this topic of giant fauna rather than giant flora, the Australians, who else, have discovered that there is a prehistoric giant wombat, which is just excellent because Australia loves things to be giant, and Australia is giant, and now they have a wombat. And although it's prehistoric, it is still a wombat, and it does give rise to the question as to what a wombat actually is and why it had such a bizarre name to begin with. I don't think you could want for anything more, whether you're Chinese, Japanese, Australian, or even American, or even British, like me.